Welcome to Making It Happen, the podcast for working parents who are raising kids, growing careers, and trying to stay grounded in the process. I'm your host, Pauline Roth. Well,
hold on, I got a drink. This isn't very comfortable. We need a table on this side.
What was that?
It's extra windy outside.
Okay.
How do I look?
Handsome.
Okay.
So I have my husband, Jim.
Welcome.
Or James.
Oh, you want to talk about that?
We should talk about that.
Yeah. Completely off topic, but what have we discovered living in Florida? Is it living in Florida or is it generation?
This generation.
So the generation that says...
What is that generation?
Generation Stupido? I don't know. So my legal name is James Roth, and that is what it says on my ID. And I make the mistake of sometimes entering my name as Jim and create the world of confusion because when I say it's Jim and I give them an ID that says James,
they're like, who?
Who is this? Do you also have... So for instance, we went to the Lagoon the other day, which is our community pool. My account at the Lagoon is Jim Roth. I gave them my ID that said James Roth. After about 45 seconds, the girl looks at me and says, "Do you also have a Jim at your house?" I said, "Nope, that's me." Because nobody understands that
we do have a Jim and a James.
Yeah. But nobody understands that Jim is short for James. Like, people aren't named that anymore because people only have one name. Yeah. They don't have a shortened version of anything. Anyway. Well, thank you for having me back. Back by popular demand, I guess.
Thank you for being back. And It was not popular demand, but...
I demanded it, and I'm pretty popular, so...
All right. So what are we going to talk about?
This is your show, not mine.
So many
not
things.
Yet.
So many things.
You got some notes over here?
I do.
Okay. Fire away. Let's do it.
One thing that we should talk about is, are we actually doing it all or are we just surviving?
I would say that
we're just surviving.
We're surviving.
Yeah.
Like, we're surviving by doing it all.
Yes.
Honestly, I don't know what doing it all versus surviving means, but we are doing...
having it all together, maybe?
If we had it all together, we wouldn't need a podcast, or you wouldn't need a podcast. This wouldn't be something to talk about, because if we had it all together, it would seem normal to us. Mm-hmm. And then we wouldn't want to... We wouldn't want to talk about this with anyone else, because we would just assume everyone was doing this, and everyone had it together. But obviously, we don't have it all together. We're learning day by day, because every day is something different.
Yes.
So, yeah, we're surviving, and we're learning, and we're making it happen. But, yeah, there's not a day that goes by where it's like, oh, today was a perfect day. We had no issues. There's always something. There's always a bump in the road, right?
Always.
So, between... us as like a couple,
mm-hmm.
And then parents, and then something between the girls, or between me and you and one of the girls, or whatever. Like, there's always a combination of something that needs to get figured out. Yeah. So, and there's always schedule changes, and this person has an appointment, but I have a meeting, but you had a meeting, now this person has an appointment, and how do we get there? And like all the logistics of just our life.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're surviving, but we're also like, I think we have to. Like, that's just the way it is right now.
We're making it happen.
We're trying to, yeah.
So that leads me to the next topic or question. Who carries more in our marriage? Would it be me or is it you? I will start by saying that it is definitely not me because you don't let me.
That's true. Okay. Well, I'm glad you answered first.
Yeah.
So I would have said I do. I'm glad you agree, but I also agree with you in that I have more because I take on more because I have a problem delegating.
You have a control issue?
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
But
you
that's
do.
not what this is. This is not therapy. This is a podcast.
It is therapy.
For you,
It's a
maybe.
form of therapy.
It's not what I signed up for. Yeah. So for me, yes, I do a lot. I try not to complain about it because I know it's of my own doing. I jump to when anyone asks or thinks they need something. I am the person that the girls come to for answers about everything. As they get older, I will learn how to delegate and tell them, go ask your mother. That is a thing that I don't want to talk to you about. But yeah, I mean, we laugh, but how many times, at least every single day,
Yes.
by the end of the day, I roll my eyes and sigh because I hear from across the house, Daddy, somebody has another request. Somebody has another question. Somebody needs me for something. And by the end of the day, I'm exhausted. And I also don't tell them like I could, go ask your mother.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I do. And then I get bitten in the ass because they say, well, she told me to talk to you.
Well, I just want to make sure that we're on the same page before I say yes to something. And then you're like, why did you say yes to them about this? I didn't want to do that, or I didn't want them to do it, you know?
True. I agree. But yeah, I take on more. I have more responsibility, but that's only because I've put it on myself.
Yeah, you don't
I have
have
a
to.
bad, what do we call, like a toxic personality trait of trying to be everything for everybody. I want to be everyone's helper and fix everything. So I'm doing my job, my 9 to 5. I am helping the girls with their homeschool activities. I am running up and down the stairs when you need assistance, usually some kind of IT help with your job.
Yeah.
And then that's just, there's that. And then there's things that happen around the house throughout the day. We need to take the dog out. We need to make breakfast or lunch or something. We forgot something. We need to run to the grocery store, run to the farm stand or something. And I just say, okay, let's go. And do I need to go to all these places? No. But I volunteer myself and my time. And so I take on a lot, and that's my fault. But I enjoy being that person at the same time. I also don't want to be. So it's kind of weird. It's very difficult. It's an internal struggle that I have, is that I'm happy to be helping and to be solving problems and helping people out, but then at the end of the day I get burnt out.
Yeah.
So.
But you're supposed to work on that this year. You're supposed to start saying no to people.
Yes, this is my no era.
Yeah.
I have to start saying
you have
no.
to say no.
I'm going to start with you.
Well, you don't do that.
So.
All right. So building a business while raising kids. So was it a mistake?
Well, let me ask you that. You're the one building the business. So.
Yeah. No, it's not a mistake at all. But it is difficult because they're not at the age where they quite understand exactly what's involved with building a business. But I think that they're going to get there. Mila's right around the age where she's starting to understand, and I think it'll just get better with time.
I agree. So building your own business, was it a mistake? No. Was it difficult? Yes, it still is. It's still, like, would it have been easier to just start applying for jobs? Yeah, of course it would have been. Of course that's well, it sounds easy, but we both know that finding the job or actually getting a call back and getting the job is quite difficult these days. But yeah, from the very beginning, it could have been just you need to work. You need to have a job. We need income. We have bills to pay. We have groceries to buy, gas to put in the car, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it could have been a lot easier to just get a job. But building the business, I don't believe was a mistake because as it's grown, we're starting to learn things for ourselves, for our family, definitely about yourself. And I'll come back to that in a second. But even for our girls, maybe Emma's not so interested in a business. She's interested in money.
Yeah.
She wants money of her own, but she doesn't really have an interest in anything at this point that could generate money for herself. So then there's Mila, who, 2 years ago, started her bracelet.
2 years ago,
started her bracelet business, and that's ebb and flow, comes and goes. But she knows that if she needs money for something, she has something that she can do that can sell an item, and earn money to get something else. So since the last time we talked, which was maybe a year ago, I don't remember when last time we recorded an episode together, but Mila had her bracelet business, and now she has an interest in doing nails and doing like custom press-on nails. So she has learned that she can sell bracelets to earn money to invest in her nail business, which is now Nails by Mila. So I think she sees what we do. She sees what you do. And she knows that if she works hard and can sell something, put out an offer, that she can earn money to do the things that she wants to do. Emma just sees that. And right now, I think Emma just wants the money, but doesn't know what to do, how to get it. And she's different. She's different in
She's just young.
She's young, but she's also different in like her personality. Mila is a creative, but on the builder side. She's kind of like me. She likes to assemble things. She's always had a fascination with Legos, following instructions on how to build Legos, like assembling things. She's very black and white, by the book. But then there's Emma, who's very more...
She's like me.
She's creative, but more so entertainment creative.
Yes.
Song, dance, painting, drawing, artwork, not so much creative. I can build or I can create and sell. Not that you can't sell artwork, but it's definitely a lot more difficult than selling a craft, right? People are more willing to buy a craft than artwork. Artwork is very subjective.
Yeah. So
our girls are learning that from us.
They're like little sponges.
They
Whatever
really are.
they see us doing, they're going to do.
Yes, they do. And to go off of that, like, there's been plenty of times where I'm doing my 9 to 5 and here I am building an email to send out and a marketing email. So I'm in code. I'm inside, the guts of an email. It's not just typing an email. And Mila will stand and look over my shoulder and ask what I'm doing. And so I give her a little tutorial on this is how you build an HTML email and all that stuff. So she's interested in that stuff as well. And she's interested in using AI tools and things like that. So what we do here in the house, building a business, working from home, definitely rubs off on the girls, even in the way that they play together.
Yeah. So going off of that, let's talk about what we respect about each other that no one else sees.
What we respect that no one else sees. So, well, basically it's I respect you building a business. Because from day one, I could have said, yeah, you can build a business, but you need to get a job also.
Yeah.
Because we need money. What nobody sees is, like, they know I support you, but that's because I help you with what I do, with what you do. Like, I'm in the background, when I'm not sitting in this chair, I'm behind the cameras, I'm at the computer, and then when we're not doing a podcast, you're doing other things, and I'm helping with your marketing and your website, and we have our little board meetings here at the house, right?
Yeah.
So they know about that. People know about that. They know how I support you in that. But like no one really knows, like on the money side of things, how hard it has been financially when you did not have a job anymore. And go ahead.
No, I was going to say that that's something that no one knows. They think they know.
They assume they do.
Everybody knew that I was making six figures, but they didn't know how much and how it affected our lives.
Well, yeah, I mean, any loss of income is going to hurt a family's budget. But that was a big chunk. You know, that was more than 50% of our monthly income was gone.
Yeah.
And, you know, I respect your determination to build a business and make something out of it. And like I said, with what we were talking about before, building the business, like I could have told you to get a job. Mm-hmm. Like I have every right to do that because this is our family and our house, and you thought you should, and there was plenty of times where I told you no, like I talked you out of it.
Yeah.
And you've had jobs also. It's not like you haven't done anything other than just build the business. You've done stuff, and you've had jobs where you went and worked, but that was supplemental. Like the main goal was to put the effort and the time in building the business, and I supported you. I still support you with all of that. So I think that is one thing that nobody really sees is like, there's been a struggle, but I'm still supporting the business.
Yeah. And I appreciate that.
Well, you're welcome.
I didn't say thank you.
I know. I heard.
Yeah, and look it's been 3 years now, and they say that the hardest part is letting go of that money, that income. And if you could not make income for 3 years, then maybe your business will work. And I feel like it has paid off for me.
Yeah, it has. And I think I touched on this earlier. You know, you building a business has been more of a learning experience for yourself. Mm-hmm. You learn that the things that you do like and the things that you don't like. Mm-hmm. You don't want to go back to a corporate job, and I don't blame you. But what you also learned is that in everything that you do, all of the tasks that you do, it's not about the money. I don't think it's ever been about the money at this point. It's about doing something that you're passionate about. And I remember in the beginning, you're a recruiting agency because you really liked doing recruiting, corporate recruiting. And as part of that, you offered resume services and LinkedIn profile services and career coaching and interview coaching.
Yeah.
And you built a business on that because
That's what I knew how to do.
It's what you knew how to do, and it's what you felt you were passionate about. Mm-hmm. But I think, sorry, I got a call coming in. Should I answer it?
Who is it?
Our daughter.
Yes.
Hi, Mila. You're on a podcast with your mom and dad. I'm back.
All right. So.
Where were we? Before we got interrupted by one of our children.
We were talking about my business and that the money is not the issue.
Oh, this is what I wanted to say, is that we were talking about what we've learned. Mm-hmm. And you offered all these services, and I think what you've come to learn is that it's not about doing a resume, and it's not about helping someone with LinkedIn, and it's not about helping someone find a job or helping a company find a person. Mm-hmm. What you've learned is that you just like helping people. Like, bottom line, that's what you like to do. You like to serve and help people. And I know you've done some research into like, what is it, your your birth, the number with your birthday when you
My life path.
your life path, and it aligned. Things like that align. And so all of this has never been really about the money. It's about helping people in one way or another. And so I thought that was really cool. And of course, we've always been of the mindset that do the work and the money will come. And we're starting to see that. And it's working out the way you want to. You're doing the things that you like to do. Yeah. It's fulfilling. You're happy. And you're helping people. And that's really what it comes down to, is you're helping people.
Yep. Yeah. All right, switching gears now. Let's talk about love versus partnership. What actually keeps our marriage working?
Love versus partnership? Both. So how? So we have a partnership in all different areas of our life. Parenting, business things, house, finance, romance, all that stuff. It's a partnership. We work together. We give and take. We help each other out everywhere. And then what was the other side? Marriage.
Yeah.
Was it marriage? What is it? Love.
Yeah.
No, love. So you can love someone and not be partners with them. Right? I can love you, but I could love you. I could love you to the moon and back. But if I'm not being your partner and I'm not providing or helping or pulling my own weight, that's going nowhere. Now, I could also be your partner and do all this stuff, but not really show you that I love you. And then at that point, I'm just a roommate. Roommate with benefits.
Yeah.
So I feel like you need love and partnership in any marriage. You need both, because you just can't have one. It's a two-way street. There's so much that needs to be done. So much like where you just need to help each other out.
Yeah.
Of course, you can assign duties to each other. Be like, okay, well, you're the laundry person, or you're the dishes person, or you take out the trash, whatever. You can assign those. But does that mean you'll never do it? No, because we've both done laundry, we've both done dishes, we've both taken out the trash. Like, there's very few things in our entire life that only one person has ever done.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't even think I can think of anything right now. Like, we had kids. We both changed diapers. We both fed and burped and bathed and did everything for these kids. We both take them to school. We've both taken them to doctor's appointments. Like, there's nothing that I've done that you haven't done, I don't think.
Yeah.
I've taken Mila on roller coasters, you haven't.
Well, I don't want to go.
That's like the one thing. That's like the one thing I can think of is that I've done that you haven't done. But yeah, I think with partnership and love, you need both. Because I don't know how you can really truly love someone if you're not also providing those partnership things, like
if you're
the
not
helping.
Being a partner.
Right. Yeah, so I think, like I said, you need both. You can't just have one.
I agree.
So.
What do we disagree on all the time?
Is that for this episode, or are we going to have a separate episode for that one?
No. For this episode, Jim.
Okay, you go first.
What do we disagree on all the time?
I mean, I have a list.
Like what?
Well, like who should answer the question first? You can go. All right, I'll go.
You are so annoying.
Put the microphone where it's supposed to be.
Oh my God. Well, in case you didn't hear me, I said you are so annoying.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry. My headphones were acting up. What do we disagree on all the time? Well, we disagree on the temperature in the house.
Yes, because you like it cold and I'm always cold.
Yes,
Or you like it hot.
What?
I don't know what you like.
I like to be comfortable. It is 74 degrees in this house year round. And for some reason, you are always cold. So that's what we disagree on, is a comfortable temperature in this home. We also disagree on, well, I don't know if it's disagreeing, but one thing that always creates conflict is, what are we doing for dinner? The amount of frustration and debate and argument that comes out of dinner, or like answering that question,
That
is
is
ridiculous.
why we make a list.
Yeah, we make a menu. We make a weekly menu, but when the day comes that we don't have something on the menu, it is a shit show. And I go through the same routine every time, which is, what are you in the mood for? I don't care anything. All right, how about this? No.
I don't like your food.
So, what do you think we disagree on all the time?
Parenting. I feel like we disagree on it a lot.
A lot. I wouldn't say all the time, but definitely a lot. I think we both want the same thing. I don't think one is more strict than the other, but we definitely have a different approach on getting things done.
Yes.
I am a lot harder and louder and quick to react and to the point, where you are not. I guess I'll let you explain your way of doing it, because my way will probably just get me in trouble.
Well, when it comes to parenting, I am of the mindset where you just let them cry or be frustrated, whatever, and then you come back to it when they're calm and then have a teaching moment. But you just react constantly.
Yeah, I do.
And that's annoying to me.
Right. And then when you don't react, then I'm annoyed that you're not doing anything about the situation. Like, I want to stop whatever the situation is and get back to a place of normal. And that's why I react the way that I do. I need to know why you're crying. What can I do?
No, you don't.
Well, I'm telling you, this is what I'm thinking. I need to know what the situation is, what you're crying about, and how do I make it stop? Because I don't want to listen to it.
It's because you have had no siblings.
Okay. That doesn't mean I have to listen to someone cry all the time. I'm just trying to fix the situation, because that's what I do. That's what we talked about earlier. I'm a fixer. So I need to fix whatever is happening, stop whatever is causing the arguing between siblings, and I need to fix it. Or I need to stop the bad behavior and correct the situation.
No, you don't.
Well, that's what I think I need to do.
You just need to let it be.
Then I feel like I'm not doing anything.
Sometimes you don't have to do anything.
I feel like I always need to be doing something.
That's your problem.
I know. That's why I can't relax half the time. When we're here and I'm not doing anything, I feel like I'm being very unproductive. I feel like I need to be doing something at all times.
Do you feel like we're raising strong kids or making life easier for them?
I would say, well, they do have some pretty easy lives. But,
They do?
But at the same time, I'm hoping that we're teaching them to be strong at the same time. We're not giving them everything. Part of that crying that I'm trying to stop is because I'm not giving them what they want. Right. Or there's a lesson being taught there on, you don't behave that way, you don't talk that way, either to each other or to your mom and dad. You don't use that language. I don't like that attitude. You cannot do that. Like, those are the moments where I think we're trying to raise strong kids in a way that it's like, sometimes life is rough. Sometimes you're going to get told no, and sometimes you're just going to have to accept it.
Yeah.
And then other times, we also teach them that sometimes you don't have to accept the answer that you're given. Sometimes you need to stand up for yourself. Just not with me and you. But it's true.
It's not with us.
Like in certain situations, we do let them know that you can't be pushed around.
Right.
Be a leader, not a follower.
Yes.
Think for yourself. Don't just go along with what everyone does.
Yeah.
I had a talk with the girls earlier today about this. They've been getting into this habit of doing things, and then I asked, like, why did you do that, or why are you doing this? And well, so and so said blah blah blah, or I don't follow influencers. You don't need to do whatever the latest thing is on TikTok or Instagram. Don't do what your friends do, or don't do what they say, because they'll tell you to do anything because they don't care. They're not you. And all you're going to do is get yourself in trouble. So I want them to be strong, independent thinkers. I want them to be leaders, not followers. But at the same time, we are giving them a lot of stuff and making their life a lot easier. I mean, it's easier than our lives.
Definitely.
And our lives are easier than our parents' lives. I think it's every generation experiences that.
Yeah.
They have their iPads. They have this house that we live in. They get to go to a 7-acre man-made lagoon whenever they want because of where we live. We moved to Florida from Illinois. So like that was a big plus. Like I did that partially for myself, but also for them. At the very least, they get to enjoy the sun more days out of the year than they ever would if we lived in Illinois still.
Right.
So we're making their lives easier, but it's also then our responsibility to teach them to be strong.
I feel like we do teach them to be strong, and part of that comes with independence, because I feel just, comparatively, I don't feel like we allow them to do a lot of things that other parents maybe wouldn't allow their kids to do.
Yeah, and it's not like anything crazy either.
No, it's not anything crazy. It's just, for instance, being home alone.
Yeah. Yeah, we allowed them we started experimenting with them being left home alone at an earlier age than their friends. Mm-hmm. Or being able to, venture out into the neighborhood. But they know their limits. They know where they can and can't go. Like we are, like our community is off the main street. And so stay off the main street. Like you don't need to go to the path behind the house where the busy road is. There's plenty of road not going over there. And there's an entrance and exit to get in and out of like our little neighborhood here. Yeah. So the amount of traffic in here is very minimal. So we let them venture out. And I think we've really taught them well to know if it's wet, there's probably an alligator in there. So don't mess around. Like, where you can and can't go and what you can and can't do. They're not dumb.
Yeah.
And we've invested in walkie-talkies. So whenever they leave the house, they have their walkie-talkie with us, or they have walkie-talkies, each of them. Mm-hmm. And then me and you have them sitting at our desk plugged in like we're dispatch. And we're there, come in. So like we trust them. And I think building that level of trust early until they prove otherwise.
Yeah.
It's just gonna I don't mind doing that. I think that's what my parents did with me. Like I was able to do things that other kids didn't, and that's probably why most of them wanted to hang out at my house, because we could do stuff and hang out and do stuff in the garage and build stuff and break stuff and just be boys without helicopter parents.
Yeah, I feel like we got an amazing compliment from one of Mila's teachers, who's no longer her teacher, but we're still friends with her. And she told us that that's good that you're letting them do stuff like that, because there are so many parents that don't, and they're very disruptive at school.
Is that what? Okay, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're just kind of, they don't allow their kids to do
Anything. So then they
Yeah,
take
sure.
it out at school.
right, because they're always over their shoulder. That helicopter parent, I
Yeah.
guess, is the term for it. And so yeah, when the parents aren't there, it's like a free for all, and
Right.
the teachers are spending more time correcting behavior than they are teaching how to multiply and divide.
And I think about this when I was in college because my dad raised me, or my parents raised me, to always check in with them. And I'd be like, oh, can I spend the night so and so's house? And they would say, okay, yes, because you called and asked us, yes, you can. But when I went to college, I noticed that a lot of my girlfriends, they like went crazy. They went crazy because they were not in their parents' roof anymore.
Mhm.
So they like were very promiscuous and they just did these crazy things.
My college experience was different because I was still at home. I worked full time and went to school full time. So, but no, I understand what you mean. Like, I get it.
And I don't ever want them to be like one of those girls.
Right. I don't. I know, like you say, me. I was raised like a little adult because
You were.
because I spent almost all of my time with my parents and my parents' friends. I don't want them to be little adults, but I also don't want them to be like shocked by the world when they're on their own. Because we've talked with your dad. We've talked with your dad about it, and he shared experiences or stories about his family and relatives that as they got older, some people were like, okay, cool, I can drink, no big deal. And other people were like, I'm getting drunk all the time. Like, they just took it too far because they weren't around it before. They just
Yeah.
like, they take it to the extreme because now they have this freedom that they think, and they just got to like act out on it. And I don't want our girls to do that.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't want that either.
I want them to be aware of things and know the pros and cons and the things that can happen about just as much as we can, like as much as we can teach them, so that they're
Yeah.
prepared and not shocked, and also like they just don't want to go crazy with whatever they come across.
Yeah. All right, the last thing I want to discuss with you. So, if we were to start over again today, what would we do differently?
Start over where? Like from step one, or
Just everything in general. I don't think that we would ever start over again, but if given the opportunity, I would say maybe one thing that we could have talked about before getting married and getting involved in each other's families and lives and all that stuff. Maybe we should have talked about how we were going to raise our kids. Not that that would make a difference, but maybe it would have. I don't know.
can you talk about raising your kids when you don't actually have kids to raise?
I don't know.
Like, that's like reading baby books. We did
Right?
it.
Yeah.
Guilty. We read the baby books. We watched the YouTube videos.
Yeah.
I don't think we did any baby podcasts, did we? No.
No, because I don't think it was around.
It wasn't
And if
a
it
thing.
was,
It wasn't
it
as
wasn't
popular.
a thing.
Yeah.
However, I did have a plan of how it was going to go.
Yeah, and you saw how well that worked out. So if your plan didn't work out, and we read all the books and we took the classes and did all that stuff, and then day one, we bring Mila home, and now we are home alone, the two of us, this brand new baby,
We're
and
just
two
looking at each
dogs,
other.
and me, you, and these two dogs are looking at this baby, looking like, well, now what? There's no nurse. There's no doctors. There's no grandparents. It's just us. What do we do? And you learn as you go. Like, the books can kind of give you an idea of what to be prepared for, the classes or the videos, whatever. But so going back to the parenting side of it, I think we could have talked about how I'm going to be this dad, and you could have said how you're going to be this kind of mom. But you don't know until it happens. That's my opinion. I don't think you're going to know what kind of parent you are until it happens. Because
I agree with that.
Because we talked about, like, who's going to be the strict one. Who do you think will be the strict one?
I thought I was always going to be the strict parent. And then now I'm like...
Yeah, you're the one that's like, let him cry. And I'm the drill sergeant and be like, stop crying, do some push-ups. So I didn't know how I was going to be a parent.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you know how you were going to be a husband?
Not necessarily, no. I had some ideas on what I should be. And I'm still learning. Because what my opinion is, or what I think is right, or what I think I should do isn't necessarily what needs to be done.
Yeah.
So, like, that's more of a question that you haven't asked, but just like, you know, we took the classes then. We read the books. We talked so much about being married and what it means to be a husband and wife. Yeah. But you don't know until you're in it. Until you get into the day-to-day.
That's
right?
True.
The honeymoon phase is over. It's the same as moving here to Florida. We all thought, when we came to Florida, we're like, yeah, this is going to be awesome. Not that it's not, but it's a hell of a lot different than when you come here for vacation. When you come to Florida for vacation, even if you're here for a week, maybe even 2 weeks, you're hanging out at the beach, you're going to the theme parks, you're going to the restaurants that are all the tourist attractions, you're doing all the touristy stuff, and that is the best time in Florida. When you live here, and now you have to buy groceries and work and go to school and, I don't know, take out the garbage and cut the grass when it's 98 degrees outside, it's not the same as when you're on vacation.
Yeah.
So as much as you can talk about being a husband or a wife, as much as you can talk about being a parent, it doesn't really hit you until you're in it. So if we could start over again, yeah, we could talk about being a parent as much as we want. I don't know if it would change a whole lot until we actually got in it. I don't know. Like, there's things that, okay, yeah, I would like to, like, maybe have moved to Florida earlier in our lives, or maybe have changed jobs or done this or done that. But, like, we're on the path that we're on for a reason.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't hate our lives. I'm not upset with our lives. So I don't really want to, like, reset or change it. I mean, there's always like, oh yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, I don't want to change it.
That'd be great if I could have done this and I would have kept that, or, not sold that and then invested in this. Like, yeah, those are all those, woulda, coulda, shoulda moments, but it is what it is right now. Like, there's some things that I wish that I could have not done, but it was all a learning experience.
Yeah.
Just won't do it again. So I wouldn't reset and start over. I would look back, reflect on what we've done, learn, and then take that and move forward and just do better.
I feel like we do that all the time, though.
We do. Yeah. Anything that we look at and be like, well, that was a mistake. Not going to do that again. And we don't. We learn from our mistakes as best that we can.
Yeah.
And we move forward from it. So I think that's, I'm going to be cheesy and be like, that's all part of making it happen. is learning from our mistakes.
It is. Yeah.
So, what else you got? Anything else for me?
That's it.
That's it. Well, thank you for having me back on your show.
Thank you for being on my podcast.
Is it time for dinner now?
Yes.
Excellent.
Thanks for tuning in to Making It Happen. If today's episode hit home, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, or share it with someone who needs to hear it.